cyanide is said to smell like bitter almonds. Exposure to a large dose of cyanide by any method can lead to seizures, cardiac arrest, and respiratory failure. Blood test results would show that the victims had taken a dose that was 100 or even 1,000 times the legal amount.
This movie is very thorough. Perhaps too thorough, maybe even careless. You think he got lazy? He's like, I'm gonna make like thousands of pills. He got through like 5 of them. He's like, this is fucking hard.
Yeah.
There's too much of them all at once.
Could have been 7,000.
Could have been 7,000. I guess we're lucky we got it.
Deputy Medical Examiner Donahue says he spoke with an attorney for Johnson & Johnson, Tylenol's manufacturer parent company. By the evening of October 1st, after all 7 victims had died, authorities were fairly certain that Tylenol had intentionally been poisoned with potassium cyanide by someone. Late that night, it was announced that all Tylenol would be pulled from shelves. Immediately, McNeil Consumer Products, the subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson that manufactured Tylenol, recalled over 31 million bottles of Tylenol and issued warnings. They also offered to replace recalled bottles with new bottles and put up a $100,000 reward for anybody with information about the person who had done this. These precautions were estimated to have cost the company roughly $100 million.
I mean, because before this point, they did not have. No, they sealed on the bottle. This case was the reason why the greatest safety precautions of our time are written in blood. Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty true. Actually, I can't think of one instance where that we were smart enough to take the precedent.
No, it's usually just, well, rub off all the guts over there and I guess
Put a crossbar in there.
By Tuesday, October 5th, the U.S. Attorney General, as well as the FBI, were on the case, in addition to local authorities. Tyrone Bonner, Illinois State Attorney General, says he believes in the initial stages there were about 1,200 actual leads. It's estimated that U.S. newspapers ran over 100,000 separate articles about the incident. A nationwide panic ensued. People who believed they might have been poisoned overwhelmed the hospitals and poison control call centers. CPD actually went throughout the city giving warnings about Tylenol through loudspeakers.
Whoa! So this is like straight up like end of page.
yeah, that's pretty good.
But we've done it. We're in Rivertown now. Rip City. What the people wanted. We're gonna bag us a ripper today. We're gonna slap the cuffs on them. It's been over 100 years. Who better to solve it than the boys?
I mean, if we don't, I'm hanging my head in the shade. I'm never going back to America. Well, cool. Here we go. Any of you seen a Ripper?
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, in our season premiere, we investigate Jack the Ripper, perhaps the most infamous serial killer of all time. Hundreds of suspects have been named for this case, and it has baffled investigators and ripperologists alike for over 100 years.
It's not gonna baffle the boys.
Yeah, and a ripperologist.
We're unbafflable.
That's not a word.
I think it's a word.
There it
You think this is your white whale?
is. I didn't solve it, but I
Oh, that's gonna be almost right.
The year is 1888. The stage, the shadowy and fog-filled streets of the East End of London. More specifically, the Whitechapel district, an area with a proclivity for violence and crime amongst the backdrop of poverty. But suddenly, a string of murders terrorized the public in a way never seen before. The culprit, a madman with no clear motive, the world's most notorious serial killer, Jack the Ripper. While most believe the Ripper claimed the lives of only 5, now referred to as the canonical 5. Others believe the Ripper claimed the lives of up to 11 women. All 5 of the canonical victims were prostitutes, as many women in the Whitechapel district had to turn to prostitution as a way to survive. The morbid intrigue is not a recent development. At the time of the murders, literacy was increasing amongst the general population. The murders were covered in the newspaper, and the public became morbidly fascinated by them. In the end, the public was so upset at the failed attempts to identify the killer that the police commissioner and home secretary eventually resigned.
Was this like one of the first instances of like sort of a media frenzy around something like this? It
Yeah.
sounds like OJ or Jean Benet.
I wonder if they had true crime shows back then.
I don't think they did that.
Like, I could see them having little sock puppets, like, you know, like you do Game of Thrones.
Okay, I can see that. Little puppets,
Yeah, little puppets.
I'm on board with that.
Also, touching on the police commissioner, I think this is the first time I've actually seen a police commissioner resign because he was so upset. And that makes sense to me because I said this before, when there's a serial killer on the loose, you really are just playing cat and mouse with the killer.
Yeah.
And he's just getting outboxed by him at every corner.
It's a whole labyrinth.
That could drive you insane. I feel like that would drive you insane. Today, we're going to cover the 5 canonical victims. And by the end, we'll have examined the most suspects we've ever presented with 8 possible killers. Without further ado, let's jump into the timeline. On August 31st, 1888, at 3:40 a.m., the body of Mary Ann Nichols was found in Bucks Row in Whitechapel. The body was discovered by a man named Charles Cross, who claims he was walking along Bucks Row when he noticed a bundle toward the western end. Another man named Robert Paul approached the body with Cross. Police would eventually arrive on the scene. Mary Ann Nichols was found on her back, her throat severely slashed, and she was disemboweled. It was determined she had only been dead for about a half hour, meaning the killer was likely nearby when Cross first saw the body.
Now, how did they, at this point in time, I don't know what the forensics are like, how do they know what a half hour is? Do they just sort of, like,
I mean, he just goes over.
let's see, that's half hour blood right there.
Yeah, that's 30 minutes. We had a bloodhound? I don't know.
That's not bloodhounds.
Yeah. I don't know if the bloodhounds use a track stick, but I
feed them blood, they don't.
you don't feed your bloodhound bags of blood.
You feed a bloodhound some blood, and
And
it
it goes-
barks for every minute.
And it goes, A positive, universal donor. Right now we're deciding the first murder. We found her at the western end of Bucks Row, which is now Durwood Street. You can kind of see where it was, like, see that building right there with the white windows?
Yeah.
You can't go over there because it's construction now. Growing City. But just below that, and a little bit towards us, she was found in the gateway of one of the houses that lined the street before. Kind of similar to these gateways here. It's kind of weird to think that they didn't know this was the first of what would be, you know, the most infamous serial killer of all time.
One crazy summer.
On September 8, 1888, the body body of Annie Chapman was found at 29 Hanbury Street. Her body was discovered by a man named John Davis, an elderly resident of the 29 Hanbury Street building. Her throat was cut, and this time the violence escalated in that the murderer took her womb.
So this is the approximate location of the second killing. Annie Chapman was killed at 29 Hanbury Street, but my sources have told me that street actually moved. 29 Hanbury Street is actually over there, but where it approximately happened back in the day was around the entrance to Truman Brewery, which is like right there. Imagine the kind of the moment.
Dr. George Bagster Phillips was serving as the divisional police surgeon at the time and proposed the idea that the killer had anatomical knowledge by the manner in which Annie Chapman's womb was removed.
That's the first clue. He's a doctor, probably, or had basic anatomical knowledge.
Later that month, on September 27, 1888, the Central News Agency receives a letter from the apparent killer. It reads, quote, "Dear boss, I keep on hearing the police have caught me, but they won't fix me just yet. I have laughed when they look so clever and talk about being on the right track. That joke about leather apron gave me real fits. I am down on whores and shan't quit ripping them until I do get buckled. Grand work the last job was. I gave the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me now? I love my work and want to start again. You will soon hear of me with my funny little games. I saved some of the proper red stuff in a ginger beer bottle for the last job to write with, but it went thick like glue and I can't use it. Red ink is fit enough, I hope. Ha ha. The next job I do, I shall clip the lady's ears off and send to the police officers just for jolly, wouldn't you? Keep this letter back till I do a bit more work, then give it out straight. My knife's so nice and sharp, I want to get to work right away if I get a chance. Good luck. Yours truly, Jack the Ripper. Don't mind giving me the trade name. Wasn't good enough to post this before I got all the writing off my hands. Curse it, no luck yet. They say I'm a doctor now. Ha ha. End quote.
What do you for work?
Yeah, I gotta give it to him though. Jack the Ripper is a very catchy name. This guy had an knack for naming things.